Hello and welcome to a somewhat introductory video of A Realm Reborn. You'll notice this is the beta version, or the B version, or the B version. It's the beta version. How many different ways you can construe that there? For those of you who don't know, that's the beta letter. Anyway, I've rambled on already. This is under NDA, so I will not be streaming this portion of it. I also will not be uploading this until the NDA is over. However, I can record stuff. I just can't, broadcast it in any way, shape, or form. And I wanted to get some of the basic stuff out of the way. For instance, the opening movie. And we'll go ahead and start off with the opening movie, and then we'll get into creating the character, or at least what's left of the character. The previous stream, I actually made most of the character with the stream viewers, and they picked pretty much everything, so don't blame me if you don't like the character, it's what they made. So anyway, enjoy the opening movie. Or not that movie game. That's a different movie. That's the trailer. You should watch that. It's good. Actually, I don't know if it's the trailer or not. Either way, enjoy the movie.
Hydaelyn. A vibrant planet blessed by the light of the crystal. Amid azure seas, encompassing the westernmost of the three great continents, there lies a realm embraced by gods and forged by heroes. Her name, Eorzea. The annals of Eorzean history chart the rise of a succession of great civilizations, each one enjoying an age of peace, the astral eras. To date, all have proven ephemeral. In the year 1572 of the sixth and most recent astral era, the Northern Empire of Garlemald amassed a great army at the heart of Eorzea, seeking dominion over all. Rising in desperate resistance, the forces of the Eorzean Alliance met their would-be conquerors in the field. Yet, even as the battle raged, the lesser moon, Dalamoon, was plucked from the heavens through imperial machination. From its core emerged the elder primal Bahamut, who unleashed his fury upon the realm. The devastation brought Eorzea to its knees and the era to its end. 5 years have come and gone. The light of life still shines upon Eorzea. Man labors tirelessly to raise himself from the calamity's ruin. The realm is forever changed, a stranger to him once more. Yet heedless of what lies ahead, he shall press on. Spurred by the promise of peace and prosperity. Amid this period of great change, an adventurer arrives in Eorzea, one whose tale is yet unwritten. May he ever walk in the light of the crystal.
Can you guess who that adventurer is with an unwritten tale? It's me, and everyone else who plays, because this is an MMO, hence the online part. We're gonna go ahead and start. I will be attempting to play on the... assuming the servers aren't down. There we go, it's open beta. There's my testing character. Assuming it lets me, I will be attempting to play on the Moogle server. And attempt to play with over the gun, so there goes that. If that's not true, I'll remake the character on another server and redo everything on my own, so you won't do anything. We will load appearance data. And we will load this, because this is the LP character that we made during the stream. And I probably should go ahead and... Very quickly I'm going to pause the recording and open up all my informations and stuff about the character so I can remember the name and things like that. And we're back, now with a notepad file. And we will load that character. You didn't miss anything, obviously. This is the character they created. Her name is Arania Telrath. Is how I'm going to pronounce it, or Arania. I think I'm going to go with Arania. Arania Telrath. So there she be. They've actually picked a character. We will save that. No, we don't need to save it. They picked a character that would be very good for a white mage, or a conjurer as they are known. But, you know, I don't really like being the white mage, especially not at the beginning of the game. So, we'll, you know, you can be any class you want eventually, so it's kind of null and void. But we will be of the 6th umbral moon, the 21st sun. And there you go, at the bottom. 12/21, it's my birthday. Have fun with it. She nods. She approves. And our guardian, there's a bunch of guardians here. I'm moderately tempted to go through them all and read through this stuff, but you know, that's a lot of stuff. I'll just quickly run through them here, and you can pause the video if you want to read it. If you so desire. I actually need to stop hovering over it like that. Apologies. I keep forgetting it swaps like that when you hover the mouse over it, but you know. So what these basically do is they give you elemental attributes. As far as I'm aware, that applies to both damage and damage resistance, but I could be mistaken there in that it's just damage resistance. It doesn't have much of an effect on the game, so what you actually pick you shouldn't need to worry too much about. However, what we will be going with is Naldthal here, which is a combination of Nald and Thal. They're twins. Anyway, Naldthal, overseer of the underworld and god of commerce. That's a great combination. Is the guardian deity, or deity. I always say deity, but I think it's deity. I've always been pronouncing it wrong, I'm pretty sure. Of Olda, which will not be our starting city, so that's the thing. He also represents a month that we are not born in. He commands the element of fire and is associated with the 10th moon of the Eorzean calendar. Eorzean? Naldthal is a single manifestation of this deific, how many fancy words this game has? Twins Nald and Thal has a bunch of fancy words, by the way. He's most often depicted as a discerning merchant holding a balance. His symbol is the cowrie, an ancient shell currency, you can see right there. And I'm pretty sure that's actually the symbol, if you noticed, in the cutscene that fellow was praying to. Pretty sure. Well, actually, because we're not starting in Oldthal, we might not actually meet that fellow, because we will have a different chain of quests at the start of the game. We may meet him, I don't know. I haven't actually gotten that far in this city we will be in. Anyway, we will be Naldthal, she agrees, and we will be an Arcanist, as well as everyone else and their freaking mother. Because it's a new class, and it's open beta, and people are trying out the new class, and that kind of thing. But, we'll be an Arcanist. It's kind of a summoner. Adepts of the art of Arcanum derive their might from symbols of power born of geometric techniques hailing from across the southern seas. Held within occult grimoires, these symbols lend shape to the Arcanist ether, thereby allowing him to produce myriad powerful spells. The Arcanist by themselves is not very strong. You really need your summon. Anyway, using the self-same symbols to unlock the latent power contained within gemstones, Arcanists can also summon forth familiar, known as Carbuncle, to carry out their bidding. At the very start, for quite a while actually, I don't think we actually get but one summon, but later on I believe you get a choice of a variation of summons based upon, you know, previous summons from Final Fantasy. That's kind of how that works, and I'll show you the job clothes. They have a very odd horn for the headgear there, and then they've got little cute wings on the back, and you know, whatever. It's a little bit bizarre. Personally, I really like the conjurer gear, cause you know, that just looks sweet. Look at that. That's some pretty sweet white mage gear there. There's a white mage, conjurer, black mage, and then the arcanist. There's not a red mage, which I believe existed in Final Fantasy XI. It may have existed in the original 14. It may come to exist in this game. I don't actually know. When you're making a character, you can also choose from a variety of locations based on the 4 starting or actually, is it 4? The 3 starting cities and the boat or something. It's just a residence. Okay, it's just a Gridanian residence. This is Olda. So that's the city I actually played during the earlier betas. This is the city of Gridania, or the location of Gridania. Gridania, I don't know, it's the foresty area. We will be here. We'll be in Limsa-Lominsa, or Limsa-Lominsa. I don't know how to pronounce any of these things. It's a coastal kind of, trade area. And then you just have a residence, woohoo. If you just want to mix it up, you can also just, time of day, that kind of stuff. This game has a time of day system. It doesn't really have much of an effect, but it does have time of day, so you can swap the time of day and see all the lighting effects and that kind of thing. But anyway, we'll be an Arcanist. And we will be on, if I can find it, the Moogle server, if it lets me. If it doesn't, I'm going to continue smashing the confirm button until it lets me, except off recording, so, and our name, as mentioned previously, is Arania Telrath. You cannot have spaces, as far as I'm aware. But you can have a forename and a surname, up to 15 apiece. But you might have noticed down here, it's 20 characters max. So, you can't have 30, but they give you 15 in each slot, so you can have a really long, surname or something if you so desire. But that's our name. That is some serious excitement going on there. I don't know about that kind of level of excitement, but we'll click OK. And it looks like it may actually just straight up let me in the server, so that was a lot easier than earlier. Maybe the server crashing angered some people. The servers are crashing, it's open beta, they're stress testing. Probably not the best time to do this, but it's the time that I will be doing it nonetheless. And here's another cutscene. Enjoy it. It's a little bit awkward at the moment. I don't know if it ever really explains this, but, whatever. Yeah, I don't know. I have yet to really understand what's going on in that cutscene or what it's talking about. But it's kind of like a dream, if you will, during your journey through the city that you start at. And the same guy will actually talk to you, regardless of what city you go to. It's always the same guy. Hello. Now, I don't know how this is actually recording, because the recording thing only pops up when the text box is up, which is a little bit bizarre. Hopefully it's not having some sort of ill effect, I have no idea. So, if it is, I don't know. I'll have to splice something in here. I think this is supposed to be voice acted, but it's not at the moment, so I don't know how that works, but I'm not going to read most of these. If you want to read them, I will give you suitable time to read it. I'll read some of the quest dialogue and stuff, though. We ain't too far from Reborn, eh? Works for me. I'm pretty sure this is supposed to be voice acted. Not entirely sure why it's not. It's got sound effects, so there is that, I suppose. A demented chocobo, you say? Good heavens. Your character always does this, by the way. They just attentively stare at the guy while he rambles on about stuff. Those two are always there as well. I don't know their significance. Maybe they're just there to be there. I don't know. Any road. It's great. Anyway, any road. But they're in every intro kind of cutscene thing. As mentioned, I don't know their significance, but this is the specific one for our city, because our city is a trading kind of port-like seaside area. We get there on boat. I believe that's the only way between this place and the rest of the world is actually to take a boat, so... Which in this game, as opposed to 11, it's instant as far as I'm aware. There's no fishing, there's no like 10-minute boat ride. There's a dramatic camera angle. Look at that dramatic camera angle. So long as you avoid dying. This is true. It's hard to do things when you're dead. What was it that first attracted me to this? As far as I'm aware, this doesn't really mean anything. But, you know, let's try and come up with some sort of character here. We're an Arcanist. Knowledge isn't one of those. I don't really care about glory or power because I'm a freaking Arcanist. We'll just be quiet. We will not tell the man. We all have secrets, man. And crappy accents. I can't even say that. I was about to say accents, but that's not the right word at all. Such as breathing. See, there you go. That's the best thing he says. Ain't no profit in being dead. This is in fact true. Also, if you just noticed there, you can actually move those dialogue boxes. I don't know why you'd want to, but you can. And I accidentally moved one, but you know. And that wasn't me. He screams so fast the dialogue goes away. Or they just sideways to us. They rotate fast. Those three boats are actually modeled as one thing, which is a bit funny. You'll notice that when it zooms out a bit and you can see them moving. I also love the way he flips his wrist around when he points. It's great. It's the best captain. Like that, you can see they're all modeled as one thing when they rotate like that. It's a little weird. But hey, you know, what can you do? There's no reason to model three things when they only show up once for, I don't know, 20 seconds total, I think. At least as far as I'm aware, that doesn't show up anywhere else. They may reuse it for like docked ships or something. I wonder if you can make a character that looks like this guy. I bet you can. There's actually quite a lot of character customization. If you want to watch the live stream archive where we actually made this character, it's available. It should be up on Twitch and YouTube if you wanted it. I still have no idea if it's actually recording these bits, because it doesn't freaking tell me. Is this my first trip to Limsa Lominsa? Technically no, but this is basically asking if you're a legacy player or not. It doesn't matter, he'll still tell you about it, but I believe you get a little bit extra if you say it's your first trip, so we're gonna say yes. Let this journey it eternal. This guy talks so funny. The writing in this game, it is a Square Enix game, so you kind of expect the writing to be good, but it's also an MMO. But the writing in this game is quite good. Splendid, some might say. I should also mention you can skip cutscenes so long as they don't have this kind of dialogue box in them, as far as I'm aware. You can't skip this one. It may not actually even be tied to those dialogue boxes. You can't skip this one, but you can skip... pretty sure you can skip the one before this. You can also skip a lot of the main quest cutscenes. You hit escape and a little skip button will come up here. You can actually move the skip button around too. You have to hit escape again with the skip button showing to actually bring up the prompt. Just so you know. It's quite handy, that. And I'm probably going to pause the recording once we actually get into the main...
On a windswept isle,
oh, this is actually voice.
southwestern corner.
Check this out.
Amidst the sea lies the maritime sea-state.
So that's how you pronounce it. Nimzelemitsa. Something along those lines. Well done, me.
To this haven for bandits and brigands, cutthroats and curs, seekers of both freedom and fortune, comes a lone adventurer. Lone yet not alone, for the hero's arrival has drawn the gaze of the nation's patron deity, Lim Lane. What realm-shaking fate has she descried in the churning waters of this mortal's future?
It'd be really cool if they actually took other players' character models and used those in the cutscene, but that's asking a bit much, I think. Indeed, Sir Brennan. Like if some other character walked by, that'd be sweet. Onto the high road. And he gives us a little something something. I don't know what he actually gives us, if anything, but he says he gives us something. Become the sort of storied personage. Or personage, whatever. I'm not an English speaker. I am an English speaker, I just suck at it. It's kind of true of most other people who only speak English. They're pretty bad at it. It's always...
Discovery and triumph, may the navigator guide this brave soul on life's voyage.
Random voice acting.
Sea swallows all.
That's kind of ominous, especially the way he said it. Alright, well. It's always like the people who don't speak English, like natively, like they've learned it, they always apologize for the English, but they usually speak better English than native English speakers, which is a bit funny. Notably me, because I kind of slur things together and, you know, whatever. Southern, yo, what of it? So welcome to Limsa. We will be here for quite a while because there's a lot of quests before you actually go out and murder things. Well, you can skip it and just go out and murder things, but we won't be. We'll be doing well, at least most of the quests. We may not be doing all of the quests. I was going to say all, but we may not be doing all of them. Well, I'll try to do most of them, so... It's dramatic, isn't it? Arania. Hey, you there! I should voice act everything. I shouldn't voice act everything, that'd be horrible. I take it wet, I make it my business to know all the scum that washes up on it. Oh, that's quite rude. Even she thinks it's rude. She was astounded at this guy's attitude. They're gonna be so angry. These are the city guards. A city guard will interrupt you when you first create a character. You'll have to do a quick tutorial bit before you can actually really do anything. And you have to actually do some of these initial quests before you actually... I should have disabled the tutorials right there, but whatever. But you have to do some of the initial quests before it'll actually let you out of the city. And I looked that way, but that's actually the way into the city. That's the way out. So, funny information bit there for you. I'm going to disable all of these quests, because if there's something that needs explained, I'll explain it. In fact, let's explain the UI first. If you've played an MMO, it shouldn't be too confusing. This is the chat, obviously, little scroll bar, because it's chat. I'll probably modify this a little bit to make it, easier to see or something like that. Down here, your kind of standard button is your friends list, your personal logs, your armory chest, which will be explained later. I have a Ring of Freedom, which I will equip. Actually, we'll explain it now. This game, you keep basically everything all the time. When you pick up weapons, armor, that kind of thing, it goes into your armory chest. As far as I'm aware, automatically. Everything else will go into your inventory, which is denoted down here. You have 100 spaces of inventory, and then another metric crap ton of spaces for individual items, so body, head, main hand, offhand, that kind of thing. Shield, which is offhand actually. I think it's the only thing that goes in your offhand. So that's the thing. You also have your key items, which is your quest items. You only get one bag, shouldn't have them that many. And this denotes your character. You can actually see where you have items equipped just by glancing at this. So you can see we're missing our headgear, which is that one right there. But we have our main hand, which is that green one above it. And you can see just basically at a quick glance if you have all of your equipment on. Same for this. So there will be colored circles there denoting which is filled and which is not. This is your action bar, skill bar, quick bar, hot bar. Put all your stuff on it. You can lock it. Don't matter. We'll be putting more skills on there at some point later, but for now, it'll just be that. Then you have your HP. I said that fairly British. Your HP, or HP, your MP, and your TP. MP is magic, HP is health. TP is technique points. Several of the classes, I wouldn't say a lot, but probably, I guess, half or so, don't actually use TP for any skills, as far as I'm aware. So the only thing they would use it for is sprint. But they use MP. The people who don't use MP will use TP for skills, so your berserkers, your warrior, paladin, that kind of stuff will use TP for their skills. TP regenerates automatically and relatively quickly, so they don't really have to worry about it. Mages, however, generally do. Notably, black and white mages. Black mages have a way to regen their mana, but you do have to stay focused because you will burn through a lot of it. White mages, however, don't, but they still burn through a lot of it. When they're curing and stuff like that in dungeons, they'll have to worry pretty heavily about their mana usage, because you don't want to run out when you need to heal someone, so they rely on potions a lot. Arcanists, as far as I've seen, don't use a whole lot of mana, so they don't need to worry too much. Anyway, let's talk to this guy. To be recognized in an adventure in the city-state of Limsa, you must first register yourself. We will accept this quest, because it's required. I am itching to explore, yes. Thank you for noticing. Get yourself over to the Drowning Wench. They have the best names for their bars and pubs. I think every city has a relatively weird name for their pub, or their bar, or their whatever it is in the area. Look for a fellow by the name of Baderon, or Baderon, or Master Baderon. Dear God, what have I done? Anyway, quest accepted. You've begun a quest. Yay, use the duty list to help complete stuff. This is the duty list, it's your quest list. If you've not played an MMO, or you've not even seen that kind of thing, good heavens, man. Is there anything else I need to mention quite yet? I don't think there is. You can change your stance if you just want to pull out your book if you wanted to. It actually changes that as well, which is a bit interesting. Actions and traits. There's nothing I want to do with that yet. Duty, there's nothing we can do with that. Yeah, for the time being, that's all I really want to mention. There will be more things that come along as we go, so... Welcome. I would like to take the crow's lift. It's just an elevator. There's nothing really fancy about it. Lifts you to the crow's nest, except not really, because this isn't the crow's nest. Anyway, this is the Adventurers Guild. For the Adventurers Guild area for this place. They're all kind of this big, open, sit down and eat kind of place. They all have a hotel or an inn that you can stay in, which I think this is not the inn. Is this the inn? I believe this guy is the inn for this area. Yeah, that's the inn. You can stay there, you get a resting bonus, which gives bonus experience when you kill things. And they also have that dude over there, which I forgot what he does. And of course, the guild quest master dude. The guild master. Whatever he is. This guy with a lowly textured book. Hello, I'm blushing. I wish this whole game was voice acted, that'd be great, but then it'd be like a freaking 70 gig download. That's a bit excessive. I'm not here for a drink, no. Everyone in this city talks like this, by the way. So, if you're not capable of reading this kind of, you know, speaking style. The what? 'Tis also the Omeo. 'Tis also the something of the Adventurers Guild? What is that supposed the home? Right. Herp derp. Adventurers have a knack for finding trouble, see? Like I said C at the end of that. I believe this is one of those things you can actually skip, now that I think about it. If you so desired. We won't though, I don't want to skip anything, should you all desire. I've already read this, that kind of deal. They all say different things based on the city you're in, but they're all generally kind of the same topic, just more centralized around this specific city and the style of that city. Took our memories. Indeed, the event that is being used to transfer from the original Final Fantasy XIV to this one has taken everyone's memories and murdered everyone else, so that's a thing to consider, I suppose. It's probably taken their memories because most everyone died, but you know, details. I assume they all died. I mean, the whole place exploded. This freaking Bahamut showed up and said, "Hey yo, my name's Bahamut." It won't even let us picture the faces. Indeed. And I will, at some point, be a warrior of the light as well, but not now, because I'm a puny person with a book and no armor. You actually start the game with no armor. You actually start with your race-specific outfit, in this case. You know, short skirt, kind of weird thing, but whatever. Put your scroll right here. That means signature for people who don't speak pirate. Like, I picks up the book like that, it's great. A fine name it is, indeed, thank you. My viewers came up with it. I'm glad you like it, sir. He always says that. I did. She has a very red helmet. Why does she have a red helmet? Yes, I was sending my friends signals. Don't be arresting me yet, I just got here. As my dear departed grandma's sister's niece's cousin's closest companion. So grandma's sister's niece is cousin. It's close. Would that just not make her your friend? Shit, what is up with her facial expression? Very wise. I like how he compliments. This guy's like a master liar here. What is he saying here? I keep one eye open at all times, me, and two more often than not. Valid point, he does have two eyes and they're usually open. And now he's mocking this guy's drink. Well done. Time to get the guard drunk. It sounds about right. I like how they're actually called yellow jackets as well. Freaking yellow jackets. Nobody likes yellow jackets, man. Just following this guy's text is freaking... Good lord, man. Stop putting apostrophes everywhere. Indeed, we will get started learning the ways of Cité. And we will complete that. And then we'll take another one. Eventually. This concludes the introductory game tutorial. Hooray! I believe, as mentioned, you do need a quest to go kill things, which I think actually comes from one of these two, possibly, before they'll actually let you leave the city. Once you perform 3 tasks that help you learn the fundamentals of adventuring. Because adventuring, who doesn't like adventuring? What tasks have ye? Great glowing crystal, eh? I know what that is. It's an aetherite. It's a teleportation system. There's little mini aetherite kind of things within cities, so you can teleport throughout cities. And then there's also those larger crystals, like the one he's talking about, in each city, one in each city, and then there's usually one around certain outposts throughout the world that you can teleport to for a fee, of course. And then when you die, you'll recall to the one you actually have set as your home. So don't forget to update that as you move around. Because you don't want to die and suddenly be like an hour and a half away when you come back. Yes, yes, yes. A little jaunt around the city. Summit. I say summit all the time, but I'd spell it with an I. Summit with an I. That's a different word though. Nah, whatever. S-O-M-M-I-T, I think is how I spell it. Anyway. What do you have to tell me? Oh, I think you already told me. Indeed, this is actually a valid point that they feel like telling you. You'll be basically just running back and forth talking to people for quite a while if you're doing what I'm doing and actually going through the text a little bit slowly, rather than speedrunning it, because there's a lot of quests in the town. Before you even leave the town, there's a lot of quests. If you do everything in the town, you'll probably be level 4 or 5 before you leave, so... Or shards. Those are crafting stuff. We'll need those. We'll need a lot of those. A veteran adventurer, eh? A shiny new adventurer. I wouldn't call myself shiny. As it turns out, it's neither of these two that actually gives you the kill stuff quest. Both of these actually tell you just to go down. Now you don't actually... Once you're done with this quest, you don't actually take the elevator. I guess, I'm not entirely sure. I guess you can, but most people don't usually take the crow lift here. It's easier most of the time just to run up and down. But now we're out of the instanced area, and now we're in with everyone else. Most of these people are going to be Arcanists, I imagine. But you can see all the different character, styles, and yeah, running into the wall. There goes an Arcanist. There goes another. That one's yellow. Can you change the color of your summon? What level is he? Level 15. Maybe you do get slightly varied summons. And I've noticed that picking up these herbs is always delayed. But I know this is an EU server, but when I go into combat, the combat doesn't ever seem to be delayed. I did test it. These are always delayed and the combat seems to be alright, so I'm not entirely sure what's going on there, but basically just pick these up as you go through the trail here. It'll lead you to the guy who finishes the quest for you, as well as the crystal, and the rest of the city, but mostly the crystal. This is actually where we started, by the way, those of you who forgot. Look, these people's names around here is ridiculous. Yes, I am I do have herbs, and we will trade in the herbs. We'll hand them over. If a quest has a specific item you need to give someone, you'll have to do that. It'll still pop up even if you don't have the item, so do make sure you actually have the item. These are highly illegal blooms, known as dream flowers. Oh, he's lying to me. They're just lavender. Don't be having fun with me, that's rude. And we get both of those because it's a simple quest. Usually for most of these quests we'll actually get both of these ingredients or something. So, dark matter, used to repair equipment. I'll probably never use that, but details. You can repair your own equipment, you can craft your own equipment, all that. Most of that I won't be doing, but you know, I will be crafting. Especially since I'll be melding material into my equipment later on, so I'll need crafting experience, but you know. Anyway. You're welcome. You have a nugget of information, you say. What? He offered Gil to be introduced to people. Okay. And we will, I really like the yellow one. Yellow one looks cool. Blue one looks cool too. Maybe we'll investigate, see if we can change the color of it at some point. But we will attune to this giant crystal. And we will attune to all the smaller crystals as well in the area once we actually reach them as we run around the city. Everyone wants to friggin' talk to me. Good heavens. Hello. You look exactly the same as the rest of the yellow jackets. Fear not, I shall be brief. Thank God. Someone poked a carbuncle. Don't poke people's carbuncles. Good heavens. Can you use teleport and return without being next to those? I believe you can, actually. So you can teleport from and to these, and if you use return, it'll return you to the one you have marked as your home for free, but it has a massive cooldown. I don't think we actually get teleport for a while, though, if I'm remembering correctly. Let's look at my actions here. Yeah, we don't have teleport. We'll just pop that on there. Also, by the way, I just noticed this because I looked at it. I don't know if they added it recently, but this is the best description of a skill. Make a spring from the ground or other base by flexion and sudden muscular extension of the legs. That is the best description you could possibly have for jumping. And then you have somewhat more basic ones. I think they were just entertaining themselves with that, but automatically attack your current target, you know. It's kind of simple things. But the jump description is glorious. I didn't notice it until earlier today, actually, when I was testing the European servers. And as mentioned, I'm playing on European servers, so I could play with OTG. OTG. Sweetnick makes busy deal with Uplanders. Sweetnick not speak well. I like his name though. Sweetnick's rosy cheeks. Does he have rosy cheeks? Can't see his cheeks because he got that thing on his face. Hello, Glaziel. I've been told to talk with you. Token to talk with you, English. You need to visit someone and tell her. Okay. But swear to God, I think they just like face rolled keyboards for names in this place. It's a bit ridiculous. This is actually where you can get a bunch of supplies for crafting and stuff, so you'll see me down here at some point mass buying stuff and crafting things for like 4 hours at a time, but that has neither here nor now. It will be there and then, eventually, the details. Fine morning to you. Until my eyeballs ache from oogling the overabundance of unbelievable bargains. I told you that the freaking dialogue is great in this game. Your octants, indeed. Listen, it was a chest. Unless the octant is in the chest, I don't know what an octant actually is. Apparently a tool, so maybe it's in the chest. You need look no further than the east and west arms of Hawker's Alley. We will not actually be buying equipment, probably most of the time, so we'll have to buy, as far as I'm aware, the level 1 starting weapon for the other classes, but that's not for a while, so we don't need to worry about it. It's very weird with his arm movements there. Some of the animations are a little bit weird, but overall they're actually fairly good and smooth and that kind of thing. There's a billion people all cat people gather around this guy. There's gonna be a lot of cat people in this game. It's Final Fantasy. There's gonna be a billion cat people everywhere. You miss adventure. I've worked for you. I must talk to some merchants, eh? I don't remember actually doing that. I guess you do have to actually talk to the merchants. I don't actually remember doing that quest, but I guess I did. I did all of the quests in the town at some point while I was testing, so. Gullible adventures, eh? And someone in these towns you can actually talk to oh, is this the NPC party member thing? Is that what it is? Somewhere in these towns, I don't remember who because I've never done it. You can talk to someone to make a free company, which is guilds, basically. And I was gonna message Over the Gun with a horrible pun and see if he's willing to call it Over the Guild, because I'm bad at everything. But who knows? That's the only one I could really come up with is Over the Guild. Not very good at bad pun making. So now I have Aethernets, and it'll tell us about the Aethernet, which we don't care about. It's quick travel. You can right click on it, it shows you all the available travel points, which we barely have any. This dude is a rat. With very long fingers. A rat thing, and you know, whatever. Welcome customer. Loves his lovely trade. Goods are goodly made. I like how he talks. Goodly made. The best made of goodliness. This guy's running around butt naked. That guy's making rod jokes. There's actually rods back there, by the way. Fine day to you. I just need to talk to you for a quest, so don't mind me. That guy's still running around butt naked with a book. Don't mind the butt naked guy running around. I in fact did make a list. Have your price list. Maybe I did do that quest. It's not much of a quest, so. More earth shards. They're giving me lots of earth shards. So. And I think earth shards are more for metal work rather than the cloth that I'm going to be doing, but I could be mistaken. They could just be... I thought it was like wind shards mostly for cloth work. It's been a while since I actually did crafting because the servers were down for so long, so probably for the better. But the servers are down. It's more rat people and stuff. I must talk to you, Bataja. Import records? I have import records. Or a letter, anyway, from the person who's supposed to give you import records. That guy has sweet hair. Black with red streaks, I like that. The poor goblin. Perhaps it will aid in soothing the poor goblin's fears. I'm glad you care about the poor goblin's fears. Collecting duty on imported goods. Okay. This is a major trade city, if you haven't figured it out yet. So there's a lot of different races here. A lot of different non-playable races as well that you won't see in most of the other cities. At least not to this level of, you know, mixing and that kind of thing. Okay, I need to talk to this person. This is actually, when you see this, like the meteor, this is what it is. It's the meteor kind of icon for the quest there. It's actually a story or an important quest. Usually story quest. So here that we've researched and developed the field of Arcanima. I don't know. And this is because this is actually our guild. So this is where the Arcanists live and breathe and breed and learn and whatever else Arcanists do. The esoteric calculations practiced by the people of the South Sea Isles. It's very deep information there. Very deep information. Now, as far as I'm aware, excuse me, Arcanists are actually non-elemental and focus a whole lot on debuffing. Their actual spell power is relatively low compared to, you know, something like a Black Mage, which has really high spell power. But they're, you know, they can poison, they're focused on debuffing, their summon will handle tanking and stuff for them. To an extent, it's not, you know, a replacement for an actual tank. I have decided to enroll in the guild, yes. I don't think you're actually required to enroll in the guild, but it's, you know, it's your guild. You may as well enroll in it. You do have to complete level 10 quest for your guild before you can actually do any other classes or other guilds, though. So do keep that in mind. There's a gathering of summons over here. Look at this nonsense. It's going to be like this for a while because Arcanist is a new class, which is mostly why I'm also playing, but I enjoyed the Arcanist, so it's kind of my style of class as a summoner, so either that or a tanky kind of class, but mostly summoning. I like summoners. Welcome to the Arcanist Guild. I'm going to keep saying it funny and see how many people get angry at me. This is going to be uploaded like a freaking a week and a half after it's actually recorded because of the NDA, but you know, I wanted to get some stuff done, man. I want to play the game. And I may as well record it if I'm going to play the game. I'm hoping quite heavily that it's not some game-breaking bug that actually causes the servers to be wiped, because that would make me quite sad. I am prepared to reason. No, yes. You have to say yes, otherwise it won't let you in. The kind I most prefer. And this is the person that tells you to kill some stuff. Alright. I was way ahead of myself on who tells you to kill things there. Apologies. Once you return from completing this preliminary trial, I will welcome you as an official member of the People Who Eat Pizza Club. Suddenly summons. Onward! For great justice. And I think that goes somewhere I don't need to go, so. Instead, we'll sprint. Because it makes you run, and running is a whole lot faster than walking, so I will abuse that. To the point where I have teleports everywhere, and then I'll just teleport everywhere. It's not very expensive to teleport. I think it depends on how far away you are, but... oh, there's my guild in there. I have 103 gil. I need to go this way still. So I could afford one teleport between two cities, I think. Or just about one teleport. But when you reach, you know, level 10, you're gonna have probably several thousand gil, maybe. Maybe I'll talk to the goblin here. Hello, goblin. Why are you so sad? Uplander has wide heart and swift legs. Tax lady is kind backwards. Sweetnix has outflow of joy for tax lady. Sweetnix is happy gobby. Gives Uplander jingly shine. I like a jingly shine. Oh, Gil. Oh. I kind of prefer something else. Actual jingly shine. Check out my jumping. Is that the same guy that's been running around, or is that just must be an outfit that people have or something? Meantime, we'll talk to this guy. I have a ledger. We're gonna hand that to him. I don't want to follow that path. If I want to follow a different path, do I actually have any quests on here? No, I actually do need to go to the upper decks. Actually, there's that quest down there. There's also a teleport thing down there. Let's run down there, grab that quest, grab the, whoops. Grab the Ethernet. It's not Ethernet, it's Aether. Although it's still called an Aether Potion. I'm pretty sure anyway. Could be a second there. Do I have any? I just have potions. Could just be a mana potion. I don't remember. I don't usually look at it all that much. Just, you know, it's the green one gives me mana and I consume it and then I have mana. So that's the end of that story. Did I take the wrong path? I did, didn't I? You buffoon! The city's not that complicated, man. Get it under control. There's... I just need to go around this way because I'm being an idiot. Doo-doo-doo. I get lost and confused sometimes, sorry. I've been through this city like 4 or 5 different times and I still get lost. I do know I have to go down here though. That part of the map can be a little confusing for a first-time visitor, but in order to get over there you have to go down this way. I do remember that much. That door is not usable. Sadly, because it'd make getting in there a lot faster. I do wish they'd actually open up that door. Because it leads into this area, I'm pretty sure. Or it would. Yeah, it's that door right there. But you can't use it, so you have to go all the way around, and it's a little irritating. Anyway, this guy's watching the water here. A fishing boat, you say? Fisher folk are starting to return to the seas once more. This past time I did the same. I concur, Lalafell. Is it Lalafell? Pretty sure it's Lalafell. I need to have a new boat built. Okay. Perhaps I could. And we'll grab this thing over here. It's got people gathered around it. No, okay. Accidentally clicked on recommend rec here. But it's all good. No, don't cancel the event. Well, I guess it finished, never mind. I was slightly confused there. So it looks like everything is up top. Quickest way to get up top is, it looks like, that way. So we're gonna have to head back the way we came. There's no teleport crystal between here and there, so there's no time to be saved. Syphilis over here. Oh, he's doing that quest. I know what quest he's doing. We'll do that eventually too. Involves the lights around the city. You have to replace the lights or something like that. You'll see people running around doing that kind of thing. In the meantime, though, we need to go up here. Because up here is great joy. And that guy is speaking not English, so I don't know what he's speaking. Speaking gibberish. Alright, so now we're up here. We may as well head down here first. Also don't know what this is. What is this? The Maelstrom Command. I don't know what that is, but it got a sweet icon there. We may as well head kind of south first here. Kind of south? It's straight south. Got the sweet automatic doors. Because there's a quest down here and there's no farther south way to go, so... Once again, another door that I wish you could go through. Because... Does that one actually lead in here? Check. I don't know where that one leads, actually, so... You get a sweet view, though, if you come out here. It's Final Fantasy, you can get a sweet view if you go pretty much anywhere, so... Whatever. Let's see, I need to talk to this dude over here. The Guildmaster. That guy's butt naked, doing smithing. Sounds about right. When you switch classes, you initially have no equipment, so you'll see quite a few people, and probably including me, not actually wearing anything when we initially start crafting. And they are just called ethers, okay. And because we are a mage, I'll focus on grabbing those first. Someone crafting? Yeah, someone's over there crafting. And we've learned Bio, which is a very good spell. Our first spell, by the way, is Ruin, which I don't know how many games have Ruin. I know Final Fantasy XIII does. I can get a hat, an eye patch, or 10 piece. You could sell 10 pieces for gil if you need to get additional gil, but I usually go for equipment, not for gil. It's generally just a better trade-off, to be honest. Slays at least 5 wharf rats. Okay. I'm pretty sure, yeah, I already have a quest to kill wharf rats, so, and they do stack. So if I get the 3 for this quest, it'll already have 3 out of 5 for the other one up there, so. No time lost there. It's best to grab all of the quests you can. Literally just grab all of the quests before you actually go out to kill stuff, because a lot of them will overlap and you can get stuff done very quickly. Stube is dancing happily. It's a great dance, Stube. Well done. Now they're dancing. I'm gonna assume they're friends with each other since they keep dancing and stuff randomly. I'd advise you to turn tail and run. I don't want to, though. You're a very angry person there. Can you go first person in this game? I don't think you can. You can get cool dramatic angles like this, though. Should you desire. She has an eye patch. Oh, this is the tutorial for emotes. I noticed they highlight that for a reason. I don't remember how emotes work, so this will go well, I'm sure. Oh, it actually tells you the emote right there, so I'm actually gonna kneel on top of the table. Because I can. Not only did I kneel before you, I literally knelt on top of your food. Right, disappointed. Guess what we have to do? We have to be disappointed. To actually show disappointment to her. Do make sure you actually click on her. I had issues with that when I first started playing. You have to click on the person before you do the emote, otherwise you'll just show disappointment instead of showing disappointment to them. Clear my throat there. Probably should have gotten a drink before I started. Been having issues with a dry throat. Are those two exactly the same? No, it's just got slightly darker hair. Okay. I like Krakens. Rally? I can rally. Slash rally. And by rally it means throw fake punches at her. Well, I'm glad I'm the only one on the table now. It's getting a bit awkward standing on this lady's food. We're pirates. You're welcome. Not a problem. Whoa. I launched myself off of the table there. What's going on over here? Wiv? Wiv is not a word. Not entirely sure what Stu was doing there, but whatever. You're welcome. All I did was type a few things and then stuff happened. So yay! Lots of gil. Lots of experience as well. It's a good quest for experience, man. Filled up half of my bar. Admittedly, half of my bar isn't very much, but you know, it's half of my bar nonetheless, so I'm fond of any amount of my bar being filled for relatively menial tasks. I don't believe we have anything over there. No, this is the command. We'll do a quick run over here just to see what's going on. Hello! What is this? Come back when you forged a rep. Oh, it's a grand. Oh, so that's the Grand Company. Okay. You join one of those for basically the last, probably 2/3 of the story. So there's a story thing. Just so you know, we're gonna continue running now. Onward to more menial task quests. And we're actually back here. I'm gonna do a circle, except now there's a billion people watching cutscenes over here. And people attaining level 16. Lots of high levels, considering this has been out for freaking half a day, I think. Let's start looking at the rest of town. What do you think I'm doing, yo? Well, I am a cat, yes. I have good ears. Thank you for noticing. More gil, not a lot of experience though, but that's a quest you do in the process of doing other ones. Not a whole lot is lost or gained there. And we can't do that quest until we're level 5. I'm pretty sure. Maybe level 3, I'm not entirely sure. I need to do something here. Whenever he's in his cups, so I imagine drinking is what she's talking about here. He used to eat the creatures on occasion. I bet they're delicious. And that's probably the lower level. Yeah, that's actually lower Lanasia. Wait a second, that doesn't seem right. That's outside of the city. Oh, it's next to the gate down there. Okay. That's being a bit of a dirt. Sounds about right, though, to be honest. I am often a bit of a derp. I will often be a bit of a derp, so kind of get used to that, I suppose. So much of a derp, I'm playing on European servers without being European. As you've noticed, though, there's really no lag or any issues. I don't know where the European servers are, but they are good. They're very good servers. I'm assuming they're not just labeled European and actually in the US. I don't know. Needs help replenishing the larders. I'm an adventurer. Adventurers don't do larding, or replenishing of lards, or lard replenishing. 4 slices. Speak with someone else, speak with a lot of people. There's gonna be a lot of speaking involved. There's been a lot of speaking. Pardon me, didn't mean to jump on your head there while you're cooking. Wait a second. I'm a doofus. Hello. Don't mind the fact that I'm now standing inside of someone. Oh, I'm not, I'm just right in front of them. Wow, she's tall. Either that or wow, I'm short. Yeah, I guess I'm... No, there's just really tall people around here. Good heavens. There's always tax evaders among us. I shall see... Okay, notify people. I get both of those. Good. And another quest. Report a bilking patron. That guy has a sweet helmet. Where do you get that helmet? Because that is a sweet helmet. It's obviously a new player. He must have got it from some sort of special. Well, maybe in Legacy? I don't know. I should actually check my... I don't think you can check your mail from here. No. I should check my mail, see if I've gotten anything unique or special item for something. I don't know. Mayhaps I have one of those hats. Who knows? The grilled dodo. Your rendition of the criminal. The poor fool won't know it hit him. Is that the quest for down there still? Yeah, it's just marking that one. I gotta make sure I'm not... Gotta do this in the most efficient path. I don't want to waste too much time going back and forth constantly, which I'll probably end up having to do anyway. You guys moonwalking like a pro. Everyone moonwalks, man. I do want for coin. I don't want for coin. Foresee Scryjo's nowhere even close. Details, though. Details. Hello! Let's enjoy the lovely view while I speak with this man of the moon. Does the moon move? Is there an actual skybox? It does appear to be moving. There does actually appear to be a rotating skybox. Cool. Greetings, friend. I'll look up into the sky, seemingly for no reason. Exotic spices. The head chef. We'll have to go back to the chef eventually anyway. Yeah, there's gonna be some running around to do. Apologies. And we'll grab that shard on the way back out. I kind of ran when I didn't really need to. Unmaximized running. The headquarters of the Yellow Jackets, the keepers of peace, and the people who have yellow jackets. No, I need to give you a sage sample. There you go. Have a sample! This is fire sand. What is fire sand? Oh, I could just call everything spice. Well, that seems a bit odd way of calling it spice. I told you there's a lot of quests here. I may make this just one entire video where it's just the introductory kind of things before we actually get out of the city here. Sounds like a good idea to me, so I'll actually do that. You know what I forgot to do is actually stop the recording and see if the bits at the beginning of the game recorded properly. The rest of the game works fine. I can see the recording indicator all the time, but just not the beginning of it. Which is very, very bizarre. So I'm curious if it just stops recording during it or something like that. I don't know. I do have an artist rendition. There you go. Like how they all stand up and hold their hand out when you give them something. It looks more like the prow of a ship than a man's face. Okay. Apparently she's not much of an artist. Though she provided renditions. Apparently not very good renditions. Don't interrupt me, game. What's that? Oh, it's someone spawning in. I was curious why it was sparkling there. It's doing something. Oh, we've gotten all of the shards now. So now we can actually teleport to the gates directly. Which will come in handy if I can figure out what gate this is. The Tempest Gate. Because we'll be needing to teleport to the Tempest Gate here eventually. In fact, we may as well teleport right back down to there. Which is where? I should have figured that out the first time. The Bismarck Culinarian Guild. It's labeled as the Bismarck, so we'll go to the Bismarck. See how much faster that is. It's glorious. Speed travel. Especially when you actually know the area and you don't have to go in and out of the menu 4 times to figure out what's going on. Your rendition sucks. For questioning... Isn't a picture supposed to paint 1,000 words? I suppose that requires the picture to be decent. Those are very busy automatic doors. I think it's because people talking to this person here. They should probably change that. Let's have a waff of it. Did he say waff or whiff? I hope he said waff rather than whiff, because whiff is a bit weird. This guy has a sweet hat, by the way. Look at that hat. You're welcome, good sir. And we have to manually walk back this way, because there is no teleport between these two. And I'm probably going to manually walk back over there to teleport to the gate, because that's probably still going to be the fastest way to do it, although it does involve backtracking. There will be a lot of teleporting to get around faster, but you do have to go through an area at least once to be able to teleport, so it's not like you're going to miss anything. The old days of piracy have passed. Whoops, I skipped through that. Apologies. And we're level 3 now. One more level and we actually get our summon. I wonder, is there a log? There's a quest log I can look at. It's only... hold on. Oh, it's not actually tell me what he said specifically, so... bollocks, off we go. We have things to do. I should probably check my inventory to see if I've gotten any equipment. Don't know that I have. I've actually got a finished quest to do here. Oh, the lower decks, eh? And a quest to grab from there. You know what, actually? Let's travel to the main shard. Because I can actually go out this main gate right next to these 2 quests here. And then wrap back around to the stuff that I need to get to for whoever it was. Is Aurelia? Yeah, maybe actually. I'm not entirely sure if that's the best idea. Either way, we need to talk to this person. This person keeps watch of everyone going in and out. You're not sure you follow? Have a missing persons list anyway. That's a cover. Most folk into the city via the Zephyr Drift. How excited she got there. Have fun with that. Suddenly quest from this person. I imagine they're working in pairs or something. They look like twins. They're also doing the same animation. Keeping the city bright and cheery place. Well, we still have another quest in the city, as it turns out. Yes. Supposed to go and fill up all the street lamps with oil. I'll be doing that for you because it's a quest and it's an MMO and that's how this works. Please fetch more oil. Okay, before we go and do that, we'll actually talk to the guard over here. Our good friend Abelfar. Don't get distracted, man. He slurped. That's always a great sign. Don't slurp when people are talking to you, man. Any road. People around here say any road a lot. And he tells us to go through the gate over yonder because that's how to get out of the city and murder things. That is not our current task, though, for we desire putting that right there because it'll make it easier to use. We desire filling up all the street lamps. Actually, do I even need to use it, or do I just run up and use the street lamp? Oh, right, I have to do it like this, for whatever freaking reason. Unless there's an easier way. Well, the next one we'll actually see if there's an easier way to do it. Like if I can just click this invalid target. I could do it that way, yeah. Let's actually set it on a number. Just so I can quickly hotkey it up there. Like that. Yeah, that's a much faster way of doing it. Alright. That's because I keep right-clicking on stuff, which is the action key. And if I right-click on something, it causes it to... We need to head this way. Causes it to actually open up the key items menu or the quest dialog menu or what have you. Whatever it happens to be attached to. I'm not entirely sure how I fill the street lamp with oil from that distance, but... whatever floats your boat, I suppose. We shall finish up all the guttering street lamps, and I think that should be pretty much all of the quests in the area. And this is actually the quest that confused me about this place when I looked at the map, because they're just all over, and I'm like, well, where the heck are they at? And I ran down here without looking at the lamps that were embedded in the wall, and I couldn't find all the lamps and stuff. I'm a bit of a dupe. A dupe? I wasn't as a dupe. That's a very tall street lamp to be doing that without a ladder, but thankfully the guy we have to talk to is right here, so it's not very far after the end of the quest. It's basically just a chain of lamps leading to the end of the quest, so basically free stuff. She's nerve to ask me for work, only to foist it on the first adventure. It sounds about right to me. Or she'll get her oil and a piece of my mind. A little bit more experience always helps, and we'll drop that off the hotbar. For a second there, I forgot how to do it. And we need to go to... which one was it? The Tempest Gate. So let's teleport to the Tempest Gate and then head back into the city. As odd as that sounds. To talk to the guard just inside the gate. I wonder if there's actually wharf rats or whatever over here as well. Sometimes it takes a really long time to load things. I'm not entirely sure why. It could be due to the server load. I'm gonna blame server load. There we are. That guy's so sweet. I forgot to check my mail. I forgot to check how to check my mail as well. Anyway, we gotta go back into the city. It'll be a quicker load when we run back out the second time, so don't worry about that. Talk to this guard. There's actually a mailbox right there, so that's convenient. Suddenly a bunch of summons pop up. They were even considered eating one of the things. It must be horrible. I've spoken to them. I have to murder things. Hello, Moogle. How's it going? Greetings, tall one. Well, I'm not really tall. Why indeed, if I had my way, I'd be curled up under the canopy of a nice oak dreaming about some beautiful Mooglet. With a rainbow-colored pom-pom. Interesting choice. The moon had to go and drop from the sky. That sounds about right. The poor wingless people of Eorzea, I pronounced that right. They're calling us horned ones. How very rude. That seems like a really heavy pack for him to carry, to be honest. To try and not read any. No new letters for me. Sad day. I just wanted to check that anyway in case, you know. There's the link shell distributor. It's right there next to the mail. Convenient. We don't need it though. At least not right now. Possibly not ever. Who knows? Anyway, welcome to the outside of the city, and I'm actually going to stop this recording here and meet you back when I start murdering things, because murdering things